Basically, again, the reason why I use these slides here, Ronan, is because I find that sometimes some people, when they try to transition into the business side, or if they meet a prospect and they go right into the business side of things, sometimes maybe even the prospect is not even thinking about seeing a business because of the way that you approach them. But then when you go into the business, then it kind of seems like a bit of a too fast of a transition. I think some people might make that mistake, number one. But also, so the reason why I use these slides is I want to give you more of the idea of why I use it, like the whole psychology of it, because that way I think it'll make more sense to everyone. For me, I like to keep things, kind of serious, but also kind of at the same time not, a bit of an enjoyment. So people enjoy watching my presentations because it relates to them. And the whole idea, again, of like and trust is to make someone relate to you, right? So aside from building that connection, having them like you, is if they can feel like they're in the same shoe that you are, then they're going to want to know, well, what did you do to change your life differently, or what are you doing differently to change your life? So, so in my presentation, when I get in front of the room after being introduced, I'll do my usual, good evening, everyone, nice to meet everyone. And then I'll basically eventually say that, so instead of me trying to share with you my story or to tell you my story, let me show you my story. So I go into these few slides here, and you'll see how this works. Basically, I say, let me share with you not just my own story, but the life cycle of a typical person. So I say, do you remember those days when you're young and you had Tom and his friends, and life then was so simple. You had no worries, no stress. All you did was you had fun being with your friends. Then, of course, what happens here is that your parents tell you to go to school, and I get everyone to interact with me here, right? So I say, so folks, what do your parents tell you? Your parents tell you to go to school, get a good education, right? And so I just tell people that for me, I went to U of T. Of course, you guys can change your own PowerPoints to add your own universities, in Australia, for example. And basically now you're starting to get a little bit stressed out through going to school. And finally, after 4 or 5 years, or maybe more, because sometimes people have to do extra studying or a post-degree, you finally graduate. So congratulations, you got your diploma, you finally graduated. And now you're thinking, oh, I graduated. Well, now, you have these big dreams, right? Because you're going to get a job soon. You're going to be making some money. You have these big dreams of a big, nice, fancy car, a gorgeous house. And I like to sort of, have them imagine. I always ask them questions like, imagine if you're driving that car, how would that feel? Or imagine if you're living in this house, how would that feel? Make them really sort of dream big again, right? Have these cool dreams of having this amazing walkout, infinity pool, gorgeous house, with a big kitchen and all floor to ceiling windows. And was like, yeah, we love that. Then I go to the next slide. I say, but in reality, excuse me, but in reality, you have a lot of debt. Because, the average person who graduates from school often enough times has a lot of debt, sometimes even more than $45,000 of debt. And some people can't even find jobs, and they're looking for work. They need work. And, I think that when I ask people in the room, do you guys agree that it's hard to find work nowadays? Everyone's like nodding their head. Yeah, they totally agree that it's hard to find work. So, and the reality is that now you're going to be overworked and underpaid. You're basically getting paid pennies for what you do. And I ask people, who here feels like they're not getting paid what they're worth? Everyone raises their hands. Everyone feels that they're not getting paid what they're worth, right? So everyone's overworked and they're underpaid. And I said, maybe after many more years, you're going to look like this guy in the photo below, I make a joke that for me, I was a bit smarter than this guy. I actually leaned forward and covered my eyes instead of leaning back, being obvious I'm sleeping, right? So I tried to leave. I actually slept in my cubicle, but I tried to lean forward and hide myself, right? So, I think a lot of people can relate to this slide. And so, but the scary thing about the reality in life is that everyone can be expensed. There's no job security, there's no job loyalty. Do you think that, that when your company needs to downsize, they're going to be thinking, oh, you know what, we can't lay off Renee. Renee's such a good employee, came to work every day, was never late, worked extra overtime. Do you think, he has kids, he has a family? Do you think that corporations care about that when they have to fire someone? No, they fire you, right? So, and the reality is that you're working so hard to make someone else's dreams come true. And now if that happens, now you have even a bigger debt, so your debt got a lot bigger, and your dreams got a lot smaller. Now your dreams are getting further and further away from you because you can't see how you can ever afford to have these things in your life. So this is what happens for the 45-year plan. This is the 45-year plan that the government tells us about. For every 100 people who should have reached the age of 65, 1% are wealthy. The 1% are making $300,000 a year, but in brackets it says ongoing. Ongoing means residually. It means you're not working for this money and you're making this money every single year ongoing. That's the 1%, okay? 4% are financially fit, meaning they're making $100,000 per year and again ongoing. It means every single year, without working for this money, they're making $100,000 or more, okay? 5% are still working. This 5%, again, they're comfortable, but they still have to work to make their money. So they can't just stop working because then their lifestyle will start to come down. Okay, so they're living a good lifestyle, but they still have to work to maintain that living style. And again, this is already at the age of 65, right? So they're still working beyond age of 65. Okay. And I always joke that, maybe, I know that all of you will live to 130, but unfortunately, 20% of us will be dead by age of 65. And the rest of us will be dead broke. So you have the dead or dead broke, majority of the people. So, so I say here, in summary, if you look at this, it looks like a pyramid, right? The 1% at the top is making the most money. The 4% are next. The rest of them, the ones that are still working, dead or flat broke, that's 95% of them, they don't make it. Because at the age of 65, we should be able to retire. We should be able to live the dreams. We should be able to do the things we want to do with who we want to do it with. But unfortunately, 95% of us don't make it. So the question becomes, what did the 5% do to make it? They either had special talent. Dribble a basketball really well, shoot a hockey puck really well, hit a golf ball really well, maybe fly a kite really high, whatever that might be, okay? Or they use money to make money. So they, but if you don't have money left over after your yearly paycheck, how can you use money to make more money? You need to have a lot more money to make a lot more money. Or they had a franchise business, okay? And they maximized their tax savings. This is what the 5% did, okay? So if you don't believe me, here's a quick slide for you that shows you how much people pay in taxes. And now you're going to see why the rich people have business to limitize their tax savings, right? But here, the whole summary is the 013 average tax bill. The average family brought in a cash income of $77,000, okay? Of that, they pay $32,000 in taxes, okay? That meant that 41.8% of what they were making was gone to the government. It was paid as taxes to the government, and that's it. Okay? And of course, if you think that the government spends your money wisely, look at this, 99 stupid things the government did with your money, part 1. All right, and they have like 99 crazy things that the government has spent with our taxpayer money. Okay? So my point here, folks, is that we should be able to live our dreams. We should be able to have a gorgeous family, gorgeous kids. Now, that's not my car. I drive an M5. That's not my house. I am building a $2 million house. That's not my wife or my two kids. They're Chinese, right? So my point is we should be able to live the dreams that we've always wanted to by the age of 65. But to me, if I had a choice, why work to the age of 65? If I had a choice, I would want to retire before the age of 30, which I did. And so, again, to share with you how I was able to live my dreams, we have an amazing video to share with you. It was actually recorded by an Emmy Award winner actor, Doug Davidson. Let me show that video right now. Okay, so at this point in time, is when I play the video. Okay, that was when I play the video. But the whole, I hope you can see, Ronan, the whole psychology of what I'm doing in the first PowerPoints there. Exactly. Exactly. Because, the reality is that people sometimes need that shocker, that reality check, because too many people think that they're okay. They think they're comfortable until they see these kind of stats. And so psychologically speaking, you're kind of, hinting towards them that they need to do something to change their life, right? So the Live Your Dreams video, we play that through. It's a great video because it's so high energy. Uh, yeah, please, please. Okay. Okay, for me, I just basically went through it myself, and I do because I read the whole thing. I take two examples from this document, right? And one of the examples was that when we launched the new $20 bill in Canada, the government spent $50,000 just advertising this bill, which is to me a waste of money because when I get the bill, I'll know it's a new bill, right? You don't have to advertise a new bill. When the second example was when Canada phased out the penny, so we don't have pennies anymore in Canada. When they removed the penny, which is a one penny, they spent $60,000 on a photo shoot with a giant penny. You know, complete waste of money. So for me, I just took a few examples, and when I'm doing the slide, I actually say out these examples really quickly. Yeah. So perhaps you could take something similar to this in Australia and just find like two good examples. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. Because I met some people who believe that that I don't need to have a business for tax savings because the government spends my money on building highways and fixing lights. I'm like, yeah, they do that, but there's a million other things that they spend money on that's not well spent, right? So that's why I had this article here. So, um, yeah, okay, so definitely, the whole idea here is to be proactive with your prospects. So you play the video. Keep in mind that the video is very, very high energy. So when someone finishes watching the video, just understand that they will be interested. They want to know how does this video now, and I understand that there's a VDM and a lot of good stuff, how can that relate to someone else making themselves, 6 figures a month income or, $25 million of retail sales, right? And also know that for us, there's so much testimonials in this video that when we do finish the following PowerPoint I'm going to show you later on, we don't do any more stories. My team knows that when the tour is done, when you're closing, that's when you share your own personal stories. And everyone, like when I had one prospect in Minnesota, I asked everyone to come over and share their story, right? So that becomes like a culture of how things are done later on, because the video has so much testimonials, right? So you don't want to drag on the tour. Yeah, so testimonials at the very end, actually, we don't bring up people to share their stories. Right when the PowerPoint's done, people start going into the closing, going over the survey with their prospects. And at that point in time, when all the groups have already dispersed and they're doing their own closings, that's when people are sharing their stories. Oh, exactly, exactly, yeah. And then, of course, if I'm closing with my prospect and I realize that my prospect, because my job as a team player, I will know the stories of everyone else. I will know Asaf's story. I will know Roland's story. I will know Renee's story, right? So when I'm closing, I want to drag, or invite each of my partners to come over and share their story if I feel that it helps relate to them, or they can provide more power for closing. But I know their story ahead of time though. Yeah, so I'll say, so Asaf, I know you've been working for such a long time. Can you share your story as to why you got started because your job was so stressful? Or, Renee, I know that you are, you're a single mom at home. I'm just giving an example here. I'm not saying she's a single mom at home, but, can you share your story as to why you got started, right? To further emphasize and promote why launching your VDM, okay? So,
It's in a group environment. If you're one-on-one, you'll just share your own story if there is a need, or if you see that they have a particular fear that you can offload it off them with a testimonial.
exactly. And in the odd case, you can even call someone if you want to, right? So, okay, so once the video is done, what I say is that basically we do have, for those of you who would like to earn money faster, we do have other packages that allow you to basically have higher profit margins, okay? And so for myself, the retailer, if you're ready to launch your VDM right away, at any package, but we're going to share with you the 4 other packages that have higher profit margins. So I basically explained to people, the retailer, this is again right after the video is done. And again, when the video is done, everyone's clapping first of all. So make sure that the team knows to clap. Yeah.
Can you do the following slides like a real one-on-one, like I'm in one-on-one? So you finish the video, and now you're doing me a one-on-one, just so I can once see how you go.
Sure, absolutely. Sure. Okay. So basically, the retailer VDM is 169, and instantly it gives you a discount of 30% off. So, if you have someone who buys from you a $100 item and your discount is 30% off, then your cost is $70. So you would make how much? You would make 100 minus 70, you would make $30. And your residual income per year is now $52,000 per year residual income. And that is why I got started, because I want to make the passive income, okay? But we do have other packages for more profits. The second package is called the silver package. It's, again, a startup cost of $4.99. And with this package here, you actually receive $85 in your shopping account. So you get $85 towards going shopping. And you can buy that whenever you want, and buy whatever you want. It also includes a startup bonus of $500 of free products. Okay, but these products here have to be redeemed in your first 30 days. Okay, we want to make sure that you have products to be, shown to your prospects right away. Okay, so you have 500 plus 85, which is 585 grand total products, and your discount is now 35% off, and your income per year becomes $130,000 per year. Now, to me, I would choose silver over retailer because the retail package gives you no products, but the silver gives you, for $4.99, $585 back in products. Okay, so the third one here, for those of you who want to make money even faster, because I didn't choose silver, is the Plankston package. And Plankston is $7.99 startup cost. You get $338 towards going shopping. Okay, plus the 500 is $838. Your discount is now 40% off, and your residual income per year becomes $260,000 per year. And could you imagine if you're already, this is already, beyond the top 5% in the world income, right? And some people do it here today in the first, year, 2 years. So, imagine earning that kind of money. Would that be amazing? Again, for those of you who want to earn even more profits even faster and reach your dreams even faster, because I didn't choose Plankston, we have the gold package. And gold is a startup cost of $15.99. This one here, you get back a lot more in products. You get back $14.25 right away in your shopping account towards buying products, plus the 500, which is $19.25. So you're getting back a lot more now than you actually put in for the business. So there's actually absolutely no loss here. Your discount is now 45% off on the products, and your maximum residual income per year is now $390,000 per year. This is already the top 1% in the world. And some people have done this in the first, 1 or 2 years in the business. So imagine that. And of course, we have one last package for those of you who want to maximize your profits right away. This is what I chose for myself. It is a diamond package. It is a one-time, again, startup cost of $3,099. And again, what you get back though in products is you get $4,500 back in your shopping account. So you got back way more than what you actually started with. Plus your startup bonus of $500. So 4,500 plus 500 should be 5,000. But why do we have 6,000 here? I'll mention that in one quick second. Again, your discount is now 50% off, and your maximum residual income per year is $1.56 million per year. But the reason, again, why we have $6,000 here is because we have a promotion where if you were to become a diamond in your first 30 days or start diamond right away, you would instantly receive a bonus $1,000 in your shopping account towards buying products. So you would have 5,500 plus the 500 bonus, which is a grand total of $6,000 worth of products. And again, your income is now $1.56 million per year residual income. And we believe in the company that when you're making $1.56 million per year residually, that your life should be pretty good by then. So now, yeah, please.
I'm a bit confused. If I basically buy myself a retail shop for 169, that means I'm automatically now making $52,000 every year. I'm a bit confused.
Okay, so actually, what we're going to do right now is we're going to show you guys exactly how the money is made. So we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, coffee break, stand up, stretch around. But when you come back, we're going to show you guys exactly how this gentleman was able to earn 6 figures in a month with his business. How this lady, Jeanette Beaver, made $25 million in retail sales. We're going to show you exactly how the money is made in exactly 2 minutes. Thank you, and see you guys in 2 minutes.
And on a one-on-one environment?
That's when you go right into now the comp plan breakdown. So once the slide is done, again, everyone has.
It's just that I got it a few times because people read next residual income per year and they always ask me, what does it mean? I mean, it's enough for me to buy this shop and the company pays me that money. It sounds.
Exactly. And that's exactly why, again, I can't speak on behalf of what other successful leaders do. I can only share from what has worked for me. For me, yeah, out of 100 people that I do a tour with, I'd say more than 95% of them will see my comp plan breakdown. Because to me, until someone can, maybe I'm just a programmer, but for me and most of my contacts, until we can understand how the money can flow through the system and get into your e-wallet, they're not comfortable yet in launching in most cases, right? So yeah, so basically we pause after the slide's done. We go into a quick 2-minute coffee break. And believe me, everyone comes back. There's not one person that never comes back, because keep in mind, they had a good time watching the first PowerPoint slides. They loved the video, right? They got the different packages, but now they want to see, well, how does the money exactly work? Okay?
And on a one-on-one, you also do a coffee break after this particular slide?
Yeah, I do a quick offering. Do you want to go grab a quick coffee, refill, use the washroom really quickly? And if they say no, then I just keep going right away then. Yeah.
So you basically say this, you say we have the 1,000, the diamond, and then you say, okay, why don't we go and grab yourself a cup of coffee, and then we can go into the breakdown of how this actually all works, and then you go into breaking down the comp plan?
Yeah, yes, but for me, I like to use because the CEO taught me this. I like to use the exact words. After 2 minutes, we're gonna come back here together, and we're gonna show you guys exactly how did this gentleman here earn 6 figures a month in this business. How did this lady, so.
I'm specifically making a difference because whoever's going to see me, including myself,
Oh, I see.
this needs to know this is for a one-on-one,
Yes.
this is for a group. And the group is easy, they will learn as we do the evenings, but on the one-on-ones, many people, I know I'm asking the question because those are things that people ask of me, and I said, okay, I need to get one day with Renee and understand how he does it.
Okay.
To this slide on a one-on-one,
Yep. Same thing.
take a break or do you just continue?
I would basically tell them, so, do you want to get a quick coffee? And because I want to show you exactly how that guy in the video, this guy who said he makes 6 figures a month, I want to show you exactly how he made that income. And remember that lady who made $25 million retail sales? I want to show you how exactly she had those retail sales. Yeah. So it's pretty much the same thing, but I will offer them a quick break so they can maybe stand up, go to the washroom, stretch kind of thing. And if they say I'm ready to get going, then I continue. But if not, then we take a quick 2-minute break. We kind of joke around and we come back again, right? So, so the next part now, unfortunately, I don't again have my I don't have a whiteboard here. So what I will do though is I'm going to record myself doing that breakdown, Ronan, when I get to the office, even tomorrow, and send you another video with that breakdown. Okay. So. And of course, I think maybe it's better that we just pause from here because the rest of the slides kind of, so after the comp plan, quick breakdown. It's like, you can do it on one page. It's not very complicated.
So let me get this right. So
Yeah.
we don't continue with a PowerPoint. After this slide, we go to a piece of paper.
Yes.
And do a breakdown, which you will then do a recording another time and send me as a continuation to this.
Exactly. Like part 2. This is part 1. That'll be part 2. Yeah.
Okay, so what about all the other slides that shows the breakdown of the compensation, like 2% or
Yeah, you'll.
generation, all of that in the PowerPoint itself, the one that we can't.
Yes, yeah. So basically, once my comp plan is done, let me just fast forward these slides here so you get an idea. Okay. I don't even show this slide anymore, and I don't even show this slide anymore really. But basically, because on my comp plan breakdown, I'm already talking about this 10%, 5%. So pretty much where I continue from after the comp plan breakdown is right here.
The luxury and the
Yeah, the vacation, the car, and the 2%.
okay.
Then there's going to be the GWT care slide. There's going to be the record-breaking ratio.
Can you give me that GWT slide just for this recording so we'll have it?
Yeah, sure. I say so. One of the amazing things with a company is that they're always about people helping people, and GWT, is a huge supporter of many noble causes. For example, in Somalia, they fed 6,000 people. In Haiti, they raised $110,000. So I think there's a lot of things the company does every single year to always give back, all about people helping people, and that's it. Yep. And then here I'll say so since '05, I really go through this really quickly because some people don't really get this, so I go through it just sort of really quickly and point by point. And then we finish with a gift. And here's where I say so thank you for your time. Our gift to you. All of our guests tonight will receive a $300 gift. So make sure that in order to redeem your gift, you first of all turn to the person who brought you here, give them a high five, say thank you so much for this free gift. To redeem the gift, there's a very quick survey to fill out, and that's all you gotta do to get your $300 gift certificate. And of course, today's all about taking action, because more money is lost every day in America due to indecision than bad decision. It's time to live your dreams. Just take action, live your dreams. And thank you very much, folks. And that's how we finish the presentation.
Okay, and on a one-on-one?
I would say again, so it's all about taking action. More money is lost every day in America due to indecision than bad decision. John, it's time to live your dreams, man. So, are you ready to launch your VDM?
Then objection, pending objection.
Yes. Yeah. So survey, answering objections, questions, etc., etc., etc. Oh, thank you. I'm just going to go to my recorder. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. Sorry, it's a quick time. And stop. Hold on, QuickTime Player. Okay.